normally there on their weddings as well? You're there.
Yes.
That's cool.
I think not the prize of it, but you've had this, because every wedding's different, I suppose, and you've been with them right from the beginning. It's like us, we're right at the beginning.
Sharon won't let me go to the wedding.
And then at the end, they're picking up, and then they come back after to tell us about. We want to know,
of course.
and I think it's quite nice that you can see that works.
It is the reward. It is the massive reward. It's hard work. It's a long day. It's not for the faint-hearted, but you're there. You're part of their big day. So it used to be the Talbot was the halfway point between Nelson's Column and Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, yeah. So
that's where he used to stop off, and the Barnes horses used to be, and he used to stay in the bridal suite, which is why it's called the Trafalgar Room. So and we've got a little room called Emma's, a really pretty little lounge area, and that's where he started his love affair with Lady Emma Hunt.
Oh.
And they had a love child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wedding Mayhem. Why are you fucking laughing at me?
You didn't count correctly.
Yes, I did. Didn't I? Perfect, see? At least one of us is doing it right. You move away.
No, I'm not liking this. It's odd.
She had a car accident.
You
can't move my neck that way. So she has to sit the closest to the guest. Right, me.
It's odd. No, you've got to get out of my seat. I don't like it. You can sit on my lap.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Good morning.
Am I too close now?
Yeah, you're on my lap. How are you?
Great, you?
Yeah, fine. What have you been doing?
Not a lot. Flooding my kitchen. Well, not me actually, but
how did it flood? She was telling me this in the car.
So we've got integrated dishwasher and washing machine. We were doing dinner Sunday night, and the washing machine's on, and then John's just stood there cooking with his little sliders on, like his little house shoes. I was like, "Why is all the floor wet?" And he was like, "Oh no." And then so we've pulled out all under the kitchen, and he's like laying on the floor. And like I've said to you about John, he's a very chilled person, but he loses his shit so quick. And he's laying on the floor with the torch, and he's going, "Oh my god, oh my god." And I went, "What?" And he was like, "It's fucking flooded, Lauren," like that. And I was like, "Okay."
You did it,
and
obviously.
I was like, "Do you want me to get some towels?" And he was like, "If you think that would be helpful." And I was literally like a Ross from Friends, when he's like, "You think?" And then and then I said, "Oh well, on the plus side, it's lucky you're a plumber." And he was like, "I'm not an appliance man." I was just like, "Oh my god."
There's different categories and stages, obviously.
But funny enough, the plumber's managed to fix it for now.
What,
yeah.
Your plumber?
My plumber.
He's not a plumber though.
My angry guy. Angry guy.
I just think the littlest things just sends them literally over the edge.
I know.
Because they both deal with, like, my John deals with, like, really big things, and stressful
My
situations.
John deals with bigger. John deals with, like, really big, serious.
What have I been doing? I've just come back from the lakes.
Didn't ask you.
I didn't ask me.
I don't care. I know it all.
I thought you asked me. Did you not ask me?
No.
Oh my god. I've seen you since I've come back though, haven't I?
Yeah, you told me. What have you been doing? Do you want to share it?
Well, not now. It makes me look like an idiot now.
What did you say the other day?
No, I've been to the lakes because we scattered Dad's ashes, and it was his favourite place to go. And it was
we actually had an email, I think, saying don't text or ring me because you'll probably ring me and then my dad will blow on me.
No!
You said a gust of wind will happen as I'm picking up my phone, and then I'll just have my dad everywhere.
The email was...
So just don't ring me.
You've got this, try not to call me, because you bet your bottom dollar, the moment that you call me, I will be in the middle of scattering the ashes, and then the wind would have blown back and it will be in my mouth.
Your dad.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, it was just funny. It was just like, don't ring me because I might eat my dad.
But it happens, isn't it? I've never scattered ashes before. And I've never seen ashes before, so it was all a bit, sort of alien to all of us. And but we were in an area where because we scattered them in different places. Mm-hmm. Of where he used to love to go, so all the family did their own little spots and stuff like that, which was lovely. They went off and did their own little bit, and but my stepmom she decided to scatter them with me, and the wind completely just at that moment as she got her hand in the bag and got them just changed and went all over her scarf and stuff like that. So it's gonna happen, isn't it?
Oh,
But we did laugh, and we were like, that's Dad, because we had the serious one that we did,
Yeah.
and then this was
the fun one.
the fun one, yeah.
We need to talk about Saturday because it's been killing me keeping it.
What?
With the FaceTime with the mum.
Bonjour.
So we had a bride who come from Paris to get a wedding dress.
So when our brides come in, we do a little introduction about who we are, and they fill in a little form. So we get what they like and stuff like that, so we can refer to it throughout the appointment.
Yeah.
And it's a way of getting to know each other. And basically,
her brother was there, wasn't he? Because he lived in London with his pregnant wife.
So she's come all the way from Paris to buy a dress from us, and she was going back that weekend hoping to take the dress away with her.
Yeah.
And she spoke in French.
Yeah, but she didn't look French.
And she did look French.
Oh, I don't think she did. But yeah, and then we was like picking up dresses, and every time I picked up something, she was like, no. And then anyways, found her dress, and then she's got her mum.
I found the dress.
Yeah, it's like I'd say twice a year you've managed to pick a dress for my appointment. I'd say that's probably the one for the year.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Carry
definitely. On. And then so she was like, I'm going to FaceTime my mum. So they're like talking in their language, which obviously thought was French. And then I was like talking to the brother.
Doing FaceTime is great because it brings them into the room.
Oh, 100%.
You know, but there is that delay. They don't get the full experience either. So half our time is trying to not sell, but to include them and get them in the moment.
To see properly. And
and particularly different languages as well.
Hard, isn't it? And I said to the brother, I was like, "What's Mum saying?" And he was like, "Oh," and so I don't know if she was
tricky.
Yeah, and then Sharon's literally. I think the mum had asked about having an extra applique somewhere. So Sharon was like about to demonstrate it, and then Sharon's literally, I need to put my tea down because I know I'm going to drop it. Sharon's saying this is the phone. Sharon's gone, bonjour, like that, and then
she said bonjour back.
And then she went, how many appliques are there? And I was like 2, and you were like, what did you say? Sharon's going, toi, bonjour, like this, and then the girl was like, my mum's Romanian.
She didn't say that. When they let me carry on. No. They let me carry on, right? And then it was the daughter-in-law that went, "You do know that we're not actually French." And I went, "Why?" She went, "We're Romanian."
We've got to put the CCTV up to show.
No.
You've got it. We've got it. No. I've got it on my phone.
But it
works. She says, "No, I'll send it to you guys and put it up."
But it worked because the daughter had already wanted the dress, so Mum had to put the seal of approval on it. But Mum was laughing so much, so she was like, "Yes,
imagine the mum." Like, bonjour. It's just Sharon literally in these exact words and tone went, bonjour.
Then afterwards I went, superb.
And then when Sharon went, she's Romanian, Sharon just went, oh,
my dog's from Romania.
And my dog's Romanian.
Connections every time. Listen,
it was so funny.
It's about working together.
That was it. When you blew the kiss, you went, see, she got that one.
Yeah.
And you went, she's for everyone.
She blew it back. She did too.
Probably went. Oh, it's so funny. Anyways, we do have a little person.
Oh yeah. Not just a little person. She's also our bride.
Big fish. And
and a big fish.
Yeah, big fish. She's like the governor of her industry.
Welcome, Krystyna.
Thank you.
From the Talbot in Ripley.
That's right. Yeah.
So, and you're also one of our brides.
Brides
to be.
I am a bride to be.
Yes. So that must be quite an eye opener because you've done. How long have you done weddings?
So I've been working in hotels for about 15 years, but weddings for about 8 of those years at the Talbot.
Right.
So yeah, it's been a massive change going from planning everything and giving people advice, because we're all really good at taking advice, but not so good at taking it ourselves. So now, shoes on the other foot, I'm trying to take my own advice. Planning my own wedding.
I think it's different from, I think you think you know it all. Yeah. From your side, because you see everybody's wedding, so you're like, right, I am like the expert here. Yeah, I've got you. But then it'd be easy peasy to do my wedding, but it's a different navigation,
completely
isn't it?
Different, and especially because my wedding's abroad, so it's a completely different planning. Totally different, not the same as over here.
They're quite chilled abroad as well with planning. They're like
relaxed.
Everyone says that to
relaxed,
me. Yeah,
so relaxed, which was a real shock because you couldn't get away with that here.
But also you're super. What's the word?
Organised.
That's the one. Yes. Yeah. Not like my brain. It just threw me then. But I think when you're an organised person yourself, and then nobody else is organised, or they have their way of doing it.
Or they're just like chilled. They're like, that's fine. We'll do it near the time.
It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry. We'll do this near the time. You're like, I want to know now.
Yeah.
Can you tell me now?
Yeah. I've had so many brides say that to me.
Yeah.
They're just so chilled. Maybe we all need to be a bit more chilled. Maybe that's why they're all not so happy.
How has being a bride changed, or has it changed how you do things at work?
Not really. A little bit. I mean, from a bride's perspective, I have been involved with so many weddings even before I worked at the Talbot. So I've seen it from both sides, even though I've never been through it myself. But I think it's different because I know how well it works at the Talbot, and I know I can give that advice because I've seen it so many times. Whereas I'm completely out of my depth. I'm not doing it at the same venue. If I was getting married at the Talbot, fine. I know exactly what to do.
This is a control thing. Yeah.
Just a bit of a control freak.
But I think anybody in weddings, in the industry, a supplier, are controlled. Yeah. Because we want it to go right, don't we?
It's so important.
We're their eyes and their ears.
Yeah,
we don't want people to go, oh, wish you told me that. I wish you'd done that. We try everything on our side.
Exactly.
When you purchase, you get that folder. What happens next, and we run you through the process, and we literally have your hand all the way through. Yeah. And that's the same as you guys. So it's pretty hard not to have that control.
Yeah. And you have to be there to gain their trust. Otherwise, they're not going to trust you if you're not going to give them all the information that they need.
Trust very important.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a massive day.
Of course it is.
But some people don't. Some people don't care because they think that they've got it. That's it. Well, we've booked you. We know what we're doing. We're not. But I think
it's a massive day
because things go wrong.
As well, yeah. You don't want to go to a bridal shop that's not gonna. Don't know what they're talking about.
We're not just supplying a dress.
Yeah, it's not like going to New Look and buying a dress.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
You need that expert help.
Because also, I think behind the scenes, things do go wrong, things do get delayed, and your clients will never know that.
Yeah,
a good supplier will not. They will not know. That something's stuck in customs.
Yeah, you take all the stress,
or somebody's cancelled, but you can go to them. Right, this has happened, but we've got this now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And stuff. So it is important. I think it's important to trust.
Very.
So picking your venue, I think, is really, really important.
Yeah.
How did you start
with weddings?
Yes.
So I actually, way back when, was working for a pharmaceutical company, and just thought, this is not me. I need to figure out what I need to do. Didn't go to uni. Didn't know what I wanted to do. So I did a course. And because I've always been in weddings has always been a thing at the back of my mind that I've just enjoyed. And I thought, could I do this as a career? So I did a diploma in events and PR management, got a job at a hotel doing more conferences, and then went on maternity leave. And this was the first job that I got after maternity leave. Just got taken a chance on, and I just love it. Absolutely love it. It's my dream job.
Is it just you?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So obviously, we've got head chef and their team,
the
operations staff.
But you are the event planner.
I am, yes, the wedding and events manager. Yeah.
That's why she's the big fish.
She's the big fish. She's the big fish. What's the difference between what you do and another planner that's been bought in?
Okay, so
because this is a big thing.
This is a
and
massive
even
thing.
I actually.
It's like, let me put this mug down, and I'm about to
let
give you all of
Right,
that.
this is serious now because
Serious.
people don't know the difference, and and I know from being in the industry a long time that the person that you see when you first book your venue. It's because there's such a fast turnaround with these venues, you don't necessarily get that person.
Yeah.
So all the things that you've discussed is either not written down, or it's forgotten, or that person's taken it away with them. So it is now a given that you should have two. You should have the wedding planner at the hotel and a private one, or not.
So it really depends on your wedding. It's not one size fits all, as it isn't for weddings. So a wedding planner that you hire in is great for the larger scale, the stately manor homes when you've got hundreds of suppliers coming in and you're, doing a dry hire wedding. Great to have a wedding supplier that's keeping that all there for you, a planner that's going to help you with your invitations, tell you when you need to be doing things by. Personally, at the Talbots, it's a much smaller scale. So it's a more intimate venue. So we've had planners in before, but from a venue point of view, they don't know how the venue works. So you could get the best planner in the world, but they don't know how that venue works. So yeah, great, be there on the day.
And what do you mean how it works?
Operationally, they don't know how it would run. They
behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. They don't know, where do your registrars go for the interviews? Where does this happen? Where do you go to tell the chefs that?
Would they not come in and have a meeting first?
Generally not, because they're with the couples. They'll come in for the first meeting and say, there'll be like a spokesperson for the couple and say, I've got this couple, they're looking for this. These are the facts and figures. But then there'll be much more with the couple, helping them with their invites and you need to be going to get your wedding dress now, you need to be doing this. Right. But from a venue point of view, if you've got a good wedding coordinator, you don't really need somebody there on site, because that's what I'm there to do, is to run the day.
So is the trick to find, nothing's guaranteed.
No.
So, how do they not know that, that planner is not going to be there for their wedding?
So that's a good point. I've got somebody that I work for. We've got a really, really close-knit team. So the manager's always there, the restaurant and event supervisor, the event team are always there. So if for some reason I wasn't there, they'd pick it up. They'd pick it up straight away, because in the final details meeting, we do a function sheet meeting and, hand all the details over. So everyone is fully aware. It's not like I keep it all to myself. They all know what's going to happen. Yeah. It's just I'm there to make sure it does.
Yeah. Are you normally there on their weddings as well? You're there?
Yes.
That's cool.
I think not the prize of it, but you've had this, because every wedding's different, I suppose, and you've been with them right from the beginning. It's like us, we're right at the beginning.
Sharon won't let me go to the wedding.
And then at the end, they're picking up, and then they come back after us and tell us about. We want to know, know.
Of course.
And I think it's quite nice that you can see, that works.
It is the reward. It is the massive reward. It's hard work. It's a long day. It's not for the faint-hearted, but. No. You're there. You're part of their big day. You can't spend all this time with people in the lead up and then go, oh, well, how did it go?
Yeah.
I want to be there. I want to see it. I want to see the dress. I want to see all these things, because from my side, we hear all these plans and they do all their menu tasting and choose their drinks and things, but it's all the little personal details that they bring on the day, and you go, oh, yeah. And then I like to guess what dress they're going to choose. That's my favourite thing. So how
accurate are you?
I'm normally pretty good, and with how they're having their hair, I've had a few like, wow, I didn't expect that, didn't see that coming, but
Well, you know that coming through that door, your dress was not the dress you came in for.
No, it was not. We tried on a fair few, but you knew.
Yeah.
You knew which one.
It's not my first rodeo. We generally
just dropped a chip.
We generally can get an idea, because I think we're not personally invested. We don't think we know that person so well that they should wear this or they should wear that. So we look at the outside and go, actually, your shape would suit this. And as we get to know them, their personality then comes out and stuff, you know. And is that with you as well? When you're planning, ideas and that, they come with you and have no idea, where would you start?
Yeah, so obviously it's a minefield, planning a wedding. You get engaged and you're like, what do I do next? So I really love it when a couple goes, oh, you're the first venue. I'm like, right, sit down, let's go through this. So, you know, it's preparing them and saying, I get that you're super overwhelmed now. Not going to bombard you with loads of things, and I just get them to answer a couple of questions, and then I can get an insight.
What questions?
Ask me.
Ask you.
Yeah.
So
hi, I'm Lauren. I've been newly engaged for 7
You've
years.
got to do the ring.
7 years.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get you in.
Oh, you get in. Yeah.
Yeah, so come in. Let's have a cup of tea.
Fine.
Or
So you don't do it over the
else.
phone, not on emails.
No, I always want them to come in because.
Yeah.
As well with a venue, it's like buying a house. You've
Your
got
venue's
to be
beautiful as
there.
well, yeah.
You've got to be there and get a really nice vibe from it. Because if you walk in somewhere and no, it's not me. And also me as well. You know, we could do the phone thing, but in person, if you don't like me,
Is that important?
yeah,
Why?
because it's got to be. I get to be friends with them.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm there at the end of the phone. I've had brides call me. I have one bride always on a Friday afternoon. She called me. She'd be like, this week I've managed to get this done. That's about all I can do. And, you know, we'd have a good chat and I was just there at the end of the phone, but I'm not a family member or the groom or something. I'm
Not
just
judging them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I get it. I totally get it. So it is important to have that friendship there.
Yeah, well, yeah, in a relationship that
Yeah.
they can ring you and go,
Yeah.
right, you need to make sure that, you know, so-and-so is,
Yeah,
you
or
know.
this guest is driving me mad, Krystyna, what shall I do? And I'm like, just pass them through to me. Just pass them
John
through.
said he's not an appliance person.
You're going to get a badge.
Yeah. Yeah, so tell me,
So,
how,
yeah,
so
go-
how's it go? So
So you come in and I just find out a bit more about you and John, like where you met, just to get a little bit more about you, make you feel comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not just going to sit there and go, right, these are the prices, this is what it is, and this is what you have to have. You need to know about you because every wedding's
But
different.
you can't treat them like a process.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
And they're all different. Okay, the schedule of the day generally follows the same, you know, ceremony, but the details are all different.
Yeah.
How they want it to run is all different. Their family's different. So yeah, I'd find out a bit more about you and John. Obviously, you've got a daughter as well, so that's a big part of it. So then that tells me straight away, family friendly, want a bit more informal and relaxed, children welcome, and expect the unexpected.
honestly, if I could just keep it to just like, just our nieces and nephews, I would.
Yeah, it's the children.
Even
the
though I am a
children
mum,
thing is
kids
a
at weddings, I'm a
big
bit like,
pressure.
I like the parents to have fun. It's quite nice
Yeah.
if it says like no kids and you're like,
Yes.
Yeah.
But anywho, yes, carry
But
on.
then a lot
So,
of people will go, oh, what am I going to do with the kids? Can't find a babysitter.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we just can't come then. So there is a flip side to
Yes.
not having children. It's
I think
as I've found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devil you do, devil you don't.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? You can't.
Absolutely.
You never win. No matter
No.
what you do,
No.
you'll never please everybody. You know.
No, and that's the important thing. It is your day, and that's what I always say to couples.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, well, I've got to bring my mum in so she can like. Yeah, it's important for your family and friends to like it, but not as important as you liking it.
Yeah.
No.
It's important for them to be part of
Yes,
it,
be part of it,
but then
don't
don't rule it. Yeah.
bombard him with
Yeah.
their, you know.
Well, it's like we
opinions.
did with the Romanian mum, because there was the barrier.
Yeah.
She physically wasn't there, and you know she was putting a negative spin on it because she didn't understand. You know, and then the moment that we demonstrated, she was back in the room, and you know, and it was clear that the bride loved that dress. That was the dress.
yeah.
So you
know.
just needed to warm up the mum.
Yeah. We never sell to the brides. It's always, you know, looking
Yeah.
after the mums, aren't we? You
Yes,
know? how is she?
absolutely. Yeah, she's all right.
So back to Lauren. They're
So
coming in.
yeah, and then it's
So
about,
you do you need to see both partners together?
ideally, I
Okay.
mean, generally it is, and then I won't see the groom until the day. That's something to do. But yeah, so then it's just about finding out about what sort of numbers you want. Are you wanting it all in one place? And those people don't normally just answer with one word answers. So you've got to kind of, you can get in and find out a little bit more then, because normally I'll say, so how many are you thinking? They'll go, well, we've got 20 in our family and doing this. So then you can get an idea, okay, it's very big family.
Do you think it's
orientated.
important to do your guest list before you look at venues?
Yes.
Please.
Please
John both
do.
wrote down numbers.
Because-
Ask the camera, please do.
And the thing is, you don't have to know anything else about your wedding. You don't have to know what type of wedding you
Those
want.
numbers can
or-
go up and down.
Yeah, and absolutely. But to get an idea, and people normally do their budget first, what about your numbers?
Yeah.
The venue capacity is the most important thing. If you don't know, there's no point turning up to me and going, oh, we want a wedding for 200. You've just wasted your journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and time. You
Yeah.
know, and time's
So are you
precious.
your
Exactly.
150?
So 150 for a reception, 80 for a sit-down meal. So 80 for the whole day, and then you can have more in the evening.
Fine. How many people for the evening in total?
150.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Yeah,
So you
that's
can
enough.
open it up.
Yeah, okay. So definitely, we always say get your numbers first.
Absolutely.
Because it will dictate where you get married.
100%, yeah.
And then budget, then you get an idea then if you...
But at the moment, we are still, from COVID, having people going, oh, well, we're not sure if we want to keep it at 30 or go to 80. And I'm like, that's okay. I'll give you the different options. It's fine not to know if you want more, but if
you want to know the max.
Yes, I want to know if you're talking hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
What's like the order of the day, like timings?
So I always say 2 o'clock's a really good time for your ceremony.
Why is that?
Just because guests that are travelling, and the beauty of being all in one place is that they're just going to come there, check in, dump their stuff, and then they're staying there all day. You don't have to worry about transport and things like that.
Oh yeah, how many rooms have you got?
43.
Wow.
43 bedrooms. It is a bit of a TARDIS. You don't think it from looking at the
It's
outside, but it just, everyone says that. They come and they go, I didn't realise you've got all this space. You've got the gardens and the woods and the fields. And it's like, got a lot.
Can you do outside weddings?
We don't.
Okay.
We don't. The opportunity did come up, but I just think with the weather...
I have like 2 days a year.
Yeah, and plus, you could set it, you could do it, because they've got a lot more lenient now. You can do outside without, the big stand and thing now with the rules. But the barns, when people see the barns, they just go,
no brainer.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So going back to the order of the day.
Ceremony 2 o'clock. You've got people that normally arrive an hour earlier. They go to the bar, they have a drink. Gives you enough time as well to get ready.
Yeah, because... And this is a big fail because a lot of brides do not know how early they've got to get up.
Absolutely.
So, understanding that, a 2 o'clock wedding, they're up at 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because hair and makeup's got to come in. You've got bridesmaids, you've got mothers, you've got everybody in your... Yeah, absolutely.
Takes ages.
Yeah, as well. So then it's about half an hour registrar ceremony. And then you go through to have your arrival drinks and your photos. And then you go and get sat down for your meal. So we can do either 3-course sit down, or you can have hog roast, buffet, whatever you want, roast dinner, pick whatever you want. And then it's party time.
Perfect. What time does party time finish?
Midnight.
Perfect.
Yeah. Can they extend that?
They can extend the bar till 1.
Right, okay.
But the music has to finish because we're in a little village.
Yes.
And we've got residents on either side.
A beautiful
yes,
village,
it is very,
Ripley,
very
isn't
pretty.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really
Amazing.
pretty. But normally you'll find most people won't last anyway.
I don't know.
We would.
I would, but a lot of people they get tired.
Not together. But
No,
just
thank you for clarification.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell those couples that come in and they're like, no, it'll be fine. We'll start at 12 and then we'll finish at 12. You're like, that's a lot.
Can you have an earlier?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just recommend 2 o'clock because for the timings, it's quite nice. You start your evening reception about 7. So it just works quite nicely.
If it's early, you've got to get up earlier.
Yeah, and that's what I say when people are having off-site weddings, like at churches or registry offices. Plan for it earlier because you've got to take into account people's faffing as well.
Yeah,
getting
lost.
Just
exactly. You will get those people that will just come straight from the church and the registry office. So you've got to be ready for those. But you might be coming an hour later than them.
Yeah.
So.
What's the latest bride you've had?
They don't.
What, turning up for their wedding?
Yeah.
Being late for their wedding?
No, I've had guests break down before on the way from church.
Oh,
to
I
here,
thought you meant
normally...
during the service, like breakdown.
Oh,
no.
Hold
it in.
It's not about you.
Hold your Britney moment for 10 minutes.
No. Break down in the car on the way. But no, I haven't had any Normally, brides will stay the night before with us and get ready there. So in the morning, I go up, check on them, bring them whatever they need, and I'll keep going, and I'll say to them a time they need to be in their dress by.
Yeah. Is it still a thing that they can turn up late? Because it was tradition, isn't it?
No, not with registrars.
Oh, yeah.
I was late.
Were you?
Yeah.
Which time?
I was 10 minutes late.
God, I'd have to get ready.
But we'd already told them, they said, are you going to be late?
Yeah.
And I was like, can I be? Look, it's tradition, isn't it?
Yeah, we have had some
sweat,
that I'm like, I'm knocking on the door going.
Yeah, you would, were you? Really?
One time. Yeah.
Late Lauren.
I am. Oh my God, that's going to stick now. I can't help it, I'm a feffer.
Always late.
It's so bad. I do come far though.
Huh?
I do come far though, don't I?
I thought about come far as in your journey of lateness.
I'm coming far. Yeah, coming far.
Same distance as me.
No, I'm further than
A
you.
tiny bit. Anyway, back to you.
Oh, I've got a child. I have a child.
Yeah, that's always a good
Tell us
excuse.
about your venue, because your venue is really unique, isn't it?
It is. It's so it's a 15th century inn, coaching inn.
Yeah.
And it's one of the oldest in the country. It was built in 1453.
Wow.
Seen any ghosts?
I haven't. I have heard.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been there when lockdown was on. And I'd go in and check the building. It's nothing malevolent or anything bad. It's quite a comforting. I mean, I love it. I walk through there all the time. And
Yeah.
I don't feel anything
So,
bad.
are there any ghost stories?
There are, for one particular room, which I'm not going to say.
No.
Well, what is the story?
If I get married,
the
they just
door
don't put me in
opening
it.
in the night. Nothing bad happening about not somebody in the bar area. There's supposed to be an old sailor that's there, apparently.
Because it is actually documented that it's Lord Nelson's
Yes.
love little palace, isn't
Yes,
it?
it was. It was when he
Love
started
palace.
his
Yeah.
affair.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
scandal.
affair.
Yeah.
So it used to be, the Talbot was the halfway point between Nelson's Column and Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, yeah.
So that's where he used to stop off, and the barns, his horses used
Yeah.
to be, and he used to stay in the bridal suite, which is why it's called the Trafalgar room. So yeah, and we've got a little room called Emma's, a really pretty little lounge area, and that's where he started his love affair with Lady Emma Hamilton,
Oh.
and they had a love child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you a descendant?
I feel like it sometimes when I walk through it. I'm like, oh, this is my place.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Auntie Emma. Well, it's a lovely story, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
it
particularly
is.
now it's a venue that
Absolutely.
they're getting married in.
Absolutely. But if those walls could talk.
Yes.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yes, 100%. So talk us through sort of the because it's a I want to say ickle-de-pickledy
Yeah.
sort of setup, isn't it?
So it's really-
you've got the main hotel.
Yeah, we've got the main building, and so you've got the
Is
garden.
it moss or ivy over?
Ivy?
It is ivy.
It's ivy, yeah, which changes. It's
Beautiful. Anybody listening to this, Google the Talbot in Ripley. It's stunning.
Yeah, it's very pretty. I mean, I'm biased, but it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there 8 years, so
Yeah.
it's just such an easy place to work at because it's
Yeah.
so beautiful. Walking down that courtyard, I've got a little cobbled courtyard with fairy lights all in
Oh,
it.
I've seen that.
Is it the original coach park? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is
yeah.
all original.
Yeah.
The gates are original. So yeah, you've got the original part of the building with the hotel bar, hotel restaurant as well, which is also open to other guests. And then we've got our gardens, lounge area, and we've got 9 upgraded rooms in our main building. And then we've got another block with our more modern rooms in them, so our classic rooms. And then you've got the barns and then the Wisley, which is the reception room.
What's in the Wisley?
So the Wisley is the
Reception.
largest room.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's our largest function room.
Fine. And is that part of the hotel?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the barns and the Wisley are joined together. So when people have their wedding,
It is a proper courtyard, isn't
yes,
it?
yeah, it's a proper courtyard. They have the barns and the Wisley, which are together. They've got their own private bar, private toilets, everything. So they don't need to.
I
live.
was just going to say. I was just going to ask you. You know, what do they have? You know,
So
full control over? Because
Yeah.
obviously it's a hotel as well.
Yes,
Will
yeah.
there be other guests in that hotel? It's like
Yeah.
like wedding venues that have golf courses and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and venues in that they literally mingle in.
Yes. Well, they tend not to because it's over the other side.
Yes.
So
Separate.
they're taking up the majority. Obviously, only one wedding a day. So they're taking up the biggest function space. If their guests want to book all the rooms, they can do if they want to. It's not like we block some off.
Yeah.
For
They're
other
booking
people.
in advance.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
Is there an advantage of booking the rooms?
Yeah, they get
So
a discount.
They do get a discount.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they all
okay.
get a discount.
How much discount do they get?
15% off.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And your
so
rooms are very reasonable. How much do they
Yes.
start from?
They're normally about 120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're nice rooms as well. So I have stayed there.
Yes.
I know. I should.
Yeah, we're always doing, like, we've got all new mattresses and things, so we're always doing things.
I
to
weren't
the
that
rooms.
bad.
No, but we're always updating. So yeah, they do have their own private space, and the only other people that will be there will be people eating in the restaurant on the other side,
Yeah.
or people staying in the rooms down at the other end. So it's doesn't impact them at all.
Yeah.
So
It's
they do,
cosy, isn't it? The hotel. And do the couples have their own toilet facilities?
Yes.
So it's a really important question to ask
Yeah.
because, and I always say to my brides, ask that question because you don't want to be traipsing through a hotel and using the toilets that normal guests are using, that are in the restaurants and stuff like that. And for us, our brides, I always, my top tip is have a loo to yourself. Get hold of, if you're in a venue that the toilets are yours, you know who is using the disabled toilets. If there's nobody that needs access to a disabled toilet, have that as yours. Grab the key off, put all your bits and pieces in there so you can refresh, and and it's normally a bigger room as well, so there's room for a bigger dress as well.
Yeah, we do have the big cubicle.
Perfect. Oh, you do?
Yeah,
okay.
we do have the big cubicle.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
Oh, it is locked.
Yeah. But
no. I was like, is there a toilet roll in there?
No. But I think it's important because you don't want other people using it. If for the bride, this is your, it's your throne.
But also, they've got their bridal suite as well that they can go to, which isn't.
Yeah.
It's just there. So they've got all this
they
stuff
can,
that they need to. Yeah, they can go, which sometimes they quite like to do because, it can be really overwhelming. Yeah. They just want to.
Me and Georgia nipped upstairs because it did get her too much, and she won the Sambuca, the quiz that we did on the tables, and we did like a couples quiz.
Was it your wedding?
My wedding, yeah. And weirdly, she won, but she did have access to the questions, but she didn't realise what it was. She's so trusting because it was in a folder. Yeah. But her table won, but they gave the Sambuca to her. But she went, "Come on, let's go upstairs," and we sat up there and had a couple of Sambucas between us. It's one of my only drinks that I had on the wedding day. Yeah, but it was nice being up there and just listening to the laughter, the chatter, the music, and it was just like, wow,
It's important to take that time out of the day because otherwise, and I know it's a cliche and everyone says it, but it does go by so quickly. And it's important also for the two of you to, as a couple, to go off and go, wow, this is really happening. Yeah, this is our day. And just enjoy it.
It goes like a blink, doesn't it? Is there a little area that you put aside for the couple?
Yeah, so obviously we've got our lounge area, but there are different spaces outside as well as inside they can go to just to get away. Like for couple shots, we've got really nice woodland area. We've got fields across the road as well as our garden, which is there's a nice little love seat at the bottom of our garden, so they can just go and
cute
chill.
Private time.
Yeah.
Is
absolutely.
the bar in the bit, or is it separate? So where you're dancing, have you got to go off, or is it in the same bit?
The reception room, the Wisley, we normally just it's just the DJ, dance floor, and then a few tables. Yeah. And then connected is the bar, so it's just next door.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've got outside seating area as well. So if you've got smokers or people that just want to go outside, the idea is everyone's close together.
Perfect.
You're not going to lose people.
No.
Yeah, because that's it, isn't it? Because the photographs are happening throughout the day, and the last thing you need is
the bride upstairs drinking Sambuca.
It was. I had one drink while I was getting ready. I had one drink at the table. And it had half a glass of champagne, and that was it. And I had to go to the bar because it was so busy. John was dancing with Matt. So they were off having a great time, my husband and my son. And I was just mingling with people. Yeah. Carrying one glass round, and nobody thought to give me a drink to top me up or anything. No, and I didn't think to. What are you laughing at me for?
She's done this twice. Sodder. Get your own drink.
She should know what she's doing by now.
And I'd gone to the bar, and I've said this previously on the show, and I'd gone and went, "Can I have a glass of wine, please?" And the bar went, "Of course you can." Obviously I am, you know. And then he put it down, and I was like. Because they drunk the bar dry, basically. All the money that we put behind it was gone, so there was no money.
He charged you?
No, well, he bless his heart, and he went, I've got no money. He went, it's all right, I've got it. And he literally put his hand in his pocket, and he bought my drink for me. Really it was so sweet, and
that's something you'll remember. See,
always.
Little things like that.
Yeah, how so neglected important. I was on my wedding day. So your job through the day is looking after the couple.
Yes. Yeah. So I also do the moving of people around. I don't do master of ceremony. Yeah. I don't do standing there shouting at people.
Over my shoulder. You're supposed to be
move. No, I don't do any of that. But yeah, so guests will know where they need to be. Couples know when they need. Yeah. All I say to couples is just turn up and have a really good time. Let me do the rest. Don't think about any of the details we've gone through or what's going to come next or when should I walk. I'll tell you.
Yeah, okay.
I'll let you know. Amazing. It's okay.
Do you have any restrictions on music and sound and stuff like that?
Yes.
Apart from up to the midnight.
So we've got we DJ only. Yeah, no bands.
Yeah.
You can have some live music, which people have had. We've had steel drums in the courtyard before. We've got some more coming up actually for a wedding. We've had acoustic guitarists, but it's just for the evening reception. It can't be a band.
Why?
Residential.
Right. Okay.
They just can't control their sound, so it's DJ only.
Yeah. Okay. And that's a really important question to ask.
Yeah.
We see it, you know, where, you know, because they are coming in for fittings and stuff like that, and they're like, I booked a band and I can't use them, I can't get my money back and stuff like that, you know, because they haven't asked that question.
Oh, I tell them.
So you do tell them?
I tell people, straight away. I tell people when I'm doing the show round, and I'll say, and this is where your DJ will go. And normally in those questions, like I would say to you, what are you thinking for your evening? What are you wanting, the big party? And at that point, normally people go, oh, I've seen a band I really like. And I go, can't have a band. Right. If that's a deal breaker, I'm really sorry. Yeah, because a lot of people will book all these things because they've been at other weddings and like, you're booked, you're booked. You
could have like what Tony does, because Tony Roberts, he's DJ, but he will sing as well. You can do that.
Yeah. We've got a guy that does that, Frank Sinatra tribute. Actually.
Oh, he's lovely. I love him. Yeah. He looks like
he does. He's such a nice guy. But
he might come on actually. We're talking. Yeah.
So he does the DJ and singing as well.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so they can have singers. Yes. They just can't have a rock band, basically.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right, fine. Okay, no problem. What was my other question that I had? How far in advance do they have to book?
Okay.
God, here we go.
Put my cup down. So you actually don't need that. I mean, this is where we're going to differ, because from your side,
I'm in manufacturing, so and everything that's happening in the Red Sea is a major problem.
When brides come in, they're like, we want to get married this year. I'm like, have you got the dress? You need to sort the dress out, otherwise they're not going to be happy.
You can tell a bride to be, get your dress quickly.
Get your dress quickly, because that's
anything in manufacturing. I've had the same thing at a charity event that I've just done. I'm running a marathon on Sunday, and I helped up on the stand, and the poor guy that actually has had all the vests and all the merchandise done is only coming this week. You know, and it's been quite, and that's not just for his side. He's been doing it for all the charities, because everything's stuck in the Red Sea. So anything you're importing, which is pretty much everything, is is that you've got to do it early, as early as you can.
Yeah. So from a venue point, don't need that long. Yeah. People have this misconception. We'll get inquiries to 2027. You're like,
we're doing 2028.
Long way away. Yeah, from your side, but from our side, it's a long time, because the danger of planning a wedding that far in advance is that you book your venue and you kind of brides get a little bit bored, and they go, I should be doing this, and they end up overbuying loads of stuff for the venue. I had a bride that bought so much stuff in the 2 years, and she turned up and none of the colours matched. It was all yellow, but they were all different shades, and where she'd been buying them, putting them in a room, none of it matched.
Right, so that's where the cost comes through. Yeah,
exactly. So you actually don't need that long.
Yeah.
For suppliers, you'd need longer.
Yes.
Photographers get booked up, DJs get booked up. Obviously, the dress.
I suppose summer months you would probably, they're your prime months that you would get.
Saying that, we were talking about October, weren't we?
October's now super busy. Fridays and Saturdays all gone in October. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Sundays are creeping into Mondays now.
Sundays, Thursdays. We had a Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
We got a Tuesday this year.
Yeah.
So it's we don't change our prices on time of the year because we're busy all the time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
What about a different day? So if you had someone getting married on a Tuesday to a Saturday, is that going to be different?
Yeah. Then you could, there's something you can do on cost there.
You only do one wedding at a time.
At a day, yeah. One wedding a day.
Yeah.
There's only one of me.
And talk about you, we have game. That we're going to bring on in a minute. And yes, we've changed it.
Why are you looking at
Because I can't remember what's on the board now.
Let's see.
Yeah, they
It'll be a surprise for us all.
I can't remember what we put on it.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay, I remember now.
Okay. Right.
So,
give it a spin
for
us.
Yeah.
Oh, would
you rather?
You always do this one. Why are you looking at me?
Because you've forgotten what it is. Right, if you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing? You're obviously not leaving the Talbot at all.
No.
Never. They're going to carry you out, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes. Something
completely different job.
Yeah, probably something to do with property.
Okay, why?
Oh, yeah.
Love property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love all of it. Yeah, I don't know whether that be an estate agent or doing houses up or something. Yeah, it's the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. And if you would you rather? My brain is 4 steps ahead. In your industry, if you weren't doing your job, which job would you like to do? Yeah, would you like to be the cake maker, dressmaker?
Oh, right, I was going to say, she just said property.
What you do?
What would you do? You'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be really
the
good.
dresses. Oh, I just love a dress.
Yeah. It is a myth though, we don't get to try them on all the
I
time.
know. But people say that to me, they go, oh, you must love doing what you get to plan. You don't get to tell people what wedding they're having. No, you don't.
yeah. And it, you like behind the scenes, so much happens behind the scenes. Yeah, people think that we just sit there, have big cups of tea, wait for them to turn up and try dresses on.
Sometimes.
It doesn't. I'm often. I'm somebody's skirt going, this is glamorous.
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah.
On the wedding days, you're going around checking toilets are clean and just
that's it.
It's the glamour.
Yeah. I was going to sound really bad though. I said I spend more time on my hands and knees than I do upright. Well, that's going to come out wrong, isn't it? I shouldn't have said it. I said it. It's just at home. But it is, I'm constantly on the floor, making sure the drapes, the dress is very tidy and stuff like that, So it's the behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people in our industry set up thinking it's glamorous and want to be a party planner and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But it is physically, mentally,
and emotionally as well.
Yeah.
You get so invested with like the brides and. Like if they've had a sad story or something, I'll end up like crying with them, and then by the time I finish work, it's like I need a therapy session sometimes.
Fag. I was going to say
fag. No, those days are gone.
There is that side of it because I've had a wedding show round, and then I've got to go and do a show round for a wake, and it's like,
which
no.
hat?
You just have to, you have to completely
Have you ever stuffed up and been like, congratulations? Oh,
no,
shit, sorry for
no,
that.
thank goodness, no.
But wakes are different now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are celebrations of life now.
They are, and celebrants are coming in, and they're,
absolutely.
and they're coming into weddings as well now because, people want the fun, people want the memories. People don't want to go away feeling sad. They want that celebration of life,
But when you're going down to a show round, you've never met them before, you don't know what you're going to be met with. Are they going to be crying? Do they not want to talk? So it's completely different. And the same when we do conference show rounds, it's completely different to weddings. I love when we get wedding guests that go, I'm in events, I do conferences. Like, it's not the same as weddings. It's not the same.
It's too personal.
So
wedding
different.
Yeah, it is so different.
Yeah.
Right, let's have another spin.
Go on then. My God, that's vicious.
I know, I was ready that time.
Do it again.
Right, let's bring it here. Go, and then spin it. Okay. This happened to me at the show.
Oh. Big wedding or small wedding? not a penis. That's what it looks like.
Because that would be wrong.
Big or small, little or tall?
Yeah. Big wedding or small wedding?
Personally, for me...
How many are you having at your wedding?
I've got 100.
100, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we invited 200.
Your wedding's abroad as well, isn't it?
Greek. Because my family's Greek.
Yeah.
Oh,
otherwise, if it was small...
I was
not French.
say...
You're not French.
No.
Bonjour.
Greek?
Bonjour. So Greeks normally massive families, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you invited 200?
Yeah.
And only 100 are coming?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's expensive. It's expensive.
Is it going abroad for weddings used to be, we're inviting you, please don't come, in brackets, square brackets, but
absolutely.
now,
COVID now,
now they're all coming,
Absolutely. And, hindsight's a great thing. I didn't think it would be this difficult to get people out there, and guests are the hardest part of planning a wedding. But it's expensive. People will just, abroad they put their prices up because that's what they do. And it's, we just didn't factor that in. And then initially we said no children, so a lot of people were like, oh dear.
Is it summer holidays as well? Are the kids off?
And you've got children, haven't you?
I've got two,
Yeah, and it's the children thing is a difficult one to navigate. What is your advice on that? Because we're getting, that's probably quite a lot of our questions coming through.
Yeah. I would say give people the option. Because if you say no straight away, you're going to straight away put those people off.
Yeah.
But there will always be those people that will go, like me, I'll get the invite and go, yes, great, I don't want to bring the kids, get somebody
Exactly
to have them
that,
and go and enjoy yourself. But you have to give people the choice.
Right.
I know it's not ideal because they take up number space, but even if you keep it to just immediate nieces and nephews, and that's it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what we do.
Yeah, because it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And you're
Absolutely.
giving people enough notice
Yeah.
to find someone
Yeah.
to look
And
after.
it's for the night.
Absolutely.
And
Do
you
know what I
can
mean?
get
Absolutely.
these nannies coming in and
Yes.
groups, you know.
Yeah.
Wedding crashes.
Yeah,
we
wedding
saw 'em.
crashes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
you can. We actually had a bride get married, and she has been since because she looks after children in the evening.
Yeah.
So, and they bring all the soft play stuff.
And you've got an area to put them in.
Yes, we
amazing.
do have a contained area.
Perfect.
Have a container.
Yeah, but we've got a space. You know, people have brought in like little teepee tents
Yes.
for them.
Yeah,
put on
so
a film
cute.
for
Brilliant.
them. So yeah, we've got the space for that, and
Yeah.
that's the beauty of having the option there.
But do you run the risk then? Because obviously those nannies are going to go. Parents are pissed. And their children running riot.
I mean,
the rooms
we all
aren't
wing
far
it.
away.
You know, lockable.
The rooms aren't far.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally on the whole, they'll just crash. The kids will just
Right,
crash out.
okay.
Yeah, and then I'll just sort of.
You know, what is the food situation? Because I have a few beefs with this. You know, like the children's menu is the same price as the adults menu. Right?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not. And you don't, with a package price that you pay for an adult, you don't pay the same for a child,
Right.
because they're not having the alcohol.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
What are you paying
Yeah.
for? They're just having food.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's completely different.
Good, okay. Because a lot of venues are not, are they? You know,
Or there's not much in
No.
it.
Oh, another one.
Go on.
The wine that they buy.
Oh,
It's a
poor
What do you
kids.
mean?
corkage. Yes.
Corkage. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because we have all our own. We've got
Fine.
massive cellar.
So you don't do
We
dry hire?
No.
Right. Okay.
They can bring things in. Couples
Yeah.
are welcome to bring things in that we can't do. So like a donut wall or a chocolate fountain, or we've had an ice cream truck come in the evening. Absolutely
Perfect.
fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, food.
Because
and
I've
drinks.
had brides that have had venues that, you know, like we did the couples quiz and Georgia won the bottle of Sambuca, and the Toastmaster, that's a personal friend of mine who did my wedding, said that he did, and I won't name the hotel, shame on you. They done like a big bottle of Sambuca, we had Sambuca champagne and something,
Yeah.
because it hadn't been bought from the venue, they were not allowed to have it.
Oh. Yeah, so we have couples that bring, you know, the little miniature shots for their favourites
Yes.
and things.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, no,
That's
they weren't
okay.
allowed to do that either.
Oh.
You know, all the alcohol had to be bought at the premises. So they went to undo it, and they were like, no, in front of all the guests, like, no, you can't do that, and it was really awful situation. You know, so
Yeah, no, but it's. I get the dry hire from if you're just hiring a function room or just a venue somewhere and it's got nothing, and you've got to get the chairs, the cutlery, everything from scratch. I get that, but we've got it all there.
fine, okay. And what about the wine that is on the table for the sit down? You know, what do you do with that if there's any left over?
We move it through to the bar for the evening, and they can just help themselves.
I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing gets wasted.
Yeah, well, because the hotels are taking it and putting it behind their
No,
bar for
no, no,
resale,
no,
you know,
no.
and the couples are paid for it.
Yeah,
I get
absolutely.
so angry when
Absolutely.
I hear this.
No, if you've paid for it, you're going to get
go
it.
around
Good.
swinging
You're
it.
going to drink it.
Well, I'm the one that going around the tables, from underneath the tables for later, and smuggling out. I'm the wine smuggler.
Yeah, no, we do. When we do
Yeah,
the
you're a restaurant
turnaround, we
smuggler.
say to everyone, take all your drinks, take everything. But if they don't, we'll just move it through for them.
Yeah, good practice.
Yes.
We like you. Perfect. Right. You brought us some afternoon
Honestly,
tea.
the smell of
have.
the fresh
She got in the car.
bacon.
She went, I'm hungry.
Honestly, it keeps, like, if you could see the fumes.
And we're going to swap these mugs, aren't we? For some sparkles. Let me do that.
For some sparkles.
Sparkles. I'll let you undo
Is it
that.
bubbles?
Oh, me?
Some bubbles, yeah.
Oh.
Do you want me to do it?
Pressure.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll undo that bit.
You want me to cork it?
Yeah,
What
I
did I
do.
say?
You went, we've got some sparkles.
Sparkles. It's called sparkles, isn't it?
It's not. It's bubbles.
Bubbles. Sparkly bubbles.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah. I think that's better.
So where I do it over there. Who am I going to get for you on the camera?
Oh, my God.
Do you not do this?
I can do it.
But not on camera?
No.
Oh.
I feel pressured.
They run
can't
up.
be
They
any-
run up from the kitchen, don't you, to say, you know.
No,
to...
we've got some brand that's Good John.
So you bought us some bubbles. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
and a sample of our homemade afternoon tea, which we are always busy for in our restaurant.
So talk us through the afternoon tea.
Go for an afternoon tea day.
So yeah, so the couples can they do this when they come and talk to you?
They can do, yeah, absolutely. What we tend to find is when people book, they will keep coming back. They'll come in for a Sunday roast, or they'll come for our
Sunday roast.
Yeah,
Are they good Sunday roast?
They are wicked, big as your face.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, I do like saying that. But our food.
There goes your
Do you know what I mean? You know when you get
It's
your
not-
pet, you're
yeah.
like, right, okay,
Yes.
that is a home dinner.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
people want, and that's what we do for the
That's the
weddings as
carpet.
well. They're good
I
portions.
don't know.
Nobody's going to be hungry.
Perfect. Cheers.
Bonjour.
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 Superb. Right, so what do we have here?
So we have got homemade scones. We've got fruit ones and plain ones.
Can you do gluten free?
We do
Okay.
everything. We can cater for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
we have to now.
Vegan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
fab.
We've got separate
Okay.
menus for them. And then we've got our finger sandwiches. We've got egg and cress. We've got ham, tomato, and a bit of mustard. Cucumber and tuna as well.
Lovely. You can have the
Perfect.
tuna.
And
I'll have
then
this.
we've got banana bread with chantilly cream.
Oh,
and
Georgia needs to be here.
banana.
Sorry, George.
We have got chocolate brownies with raspberry gel on
Right.
the top, and then little butterbird.
Right, you and I may fall
Oh.
out in a minute.
Go on.
What cream, coffee cream is that?
Why?
Cornish.
Oh,
It better be Rodders,
of course.
not an advert, is it? You probably, I want to see the tub.
Try and see.
I will know. I will know. I will know. And how do you eat your scone?
Cream, then jam.
Get out.
Why?
It's the other way round. That's
No.
the Devon way.
What?
No,
Cornish
I put
is the other
jam
way.
on front.
No, jam first. That's your butter.
Do
Then
you?
the
And
cream
you
on
called
top.
it a scone. Do you call it a scone or a scone?
Sometimes different.
Yeah. I think I say scone.
Well, I'm going to tuck in another sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all made on the premises?
Everything we make
Including
is on
the
premises.
scones?
Yep. They're all homemade. Yeah.
Sharon's like, why do
Oh my
they
God, it's
not
coming out
come
the
from
sun.
Cornwall? Oh, very fresh.
Right.
Very fast.
So, we were hungry, weren't we?
Who's going to hear
All
that?
the packages that you do,
Yeah.
talk us through them.
Okay, so we basically do two different pricing options. So numbers above 50 and numbers below 50. So if you're below 50, then you would cost everything out more bespoke.
I wanted to take it all, but thought it's best not worth the risk.
Your mouth's not that big.
All right. Carry on. Anywho.
Bonjour.
That's going to haunt you now,
Yeah,
isn't it?
So yeah, so for 40 they do, for 50 and under can do a more bespoke package. So you do your room hire and you pick and choose what you want.
So below 25,
Mhm.
how much is that?
So you'd be looking at venue height. Depends if you're having the ceremony, having the reception, because that's different. Not
What's your
everybody's
basics?
Well,
Cheapest.
you could have just do ceremony and a meal.
Okay.
Venue hire about £500-600.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you just choose what food you want and what drinks you want.
And is that extra on top?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
And how much for all in?
For all in, so if you had about 50 guests, you're looking at about £5,000.
There we go.
As quiet as we've been. Give us food and we
it's
shut
cool.
up.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean? Yeah, I
I have to cut this bit of me because I'm literally just devouring this.
know.
So good.
and 50 and over.
Yeah, 50 and over, it will be the same. So if you're having 50, it's base it around £100 per head.
Right.
Yeah, and that's everything. That's the venue hire, the food, the drink, the evening buffet.
And I think it's really important to break it down
Yes.
into how much per person. I
Yes.
think people compute that
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
So when they're inviting people, they're like,
Yeah.
I'll spend 100 quid on them,
Yeah.
you know. So
Well,
Absolutely.
when you have like extra evening people come,
Mm.
do you pay? extra for them as well?
Depends what your day guests are. So if you're going from 50 day guests and having an extra 10, no, you wouldn't. But you base it on the evening buffet, so you cater for 75% of your evening guests, of your total. So if you're going from 50 to 100 guests in the evening, then that's 75 people, so you'd have to cater for just that extra portion of people,
Right.
and just pay for the evening buffet, not the whole package.
And how much is the evening buffet?
£17.50.
Buffet. £17.50.
Yeah.
What was that?
Buffet.
And then are there different scales to, the different foods that they can have?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got different menus, but
So
we're always open.
What are your menus?
So there's 3. They go with the packages. So we've got the vintage, the crystal, and the diamond.
Okay.
So the vintage is very much a people pleaser menu. So it's got chicken on it, things that will please everybody.
Yeah.
And then we've got the crystal, which goes
So
up.
how much is that package?
So that's within the £100.
Okay.
Yeah, that's within that package.
Yeah.
And then
That's your standard.
That's the standard one.
Okay.
And then you've got the crystal, which is £109 per person.
Okay.
And then the diamond
And what's
one.
the difference to...
So it's the food.
Going in for a
The
cake.
food and the drinks are different.
Okay.
So the drinks package that you'd get would have, it would go from Prosecco to sparkling wine to champagne. So
Right.
there's different inclusions.
I hear.
Yeah.
You're eating your hair.
I'm
It's got cream or egg on it. No.
Would you, and this is what we did, John's a bit of a wine snob, so
Okay.
we had good wine for everybody else, but he
Yeah.
wanted particular bottles
Yeah.
of different types. Would you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
I know. I didn't get to drink any of
Absolutely.
it.
We
Yeah.
do have a huge drinks list. We have a lot.
How huge?
I don't know how many pages it is. It's quite a few
I feel like
pages.
you keep asking loads of questions.
It's the big or small question.
No. I know exactly what I'm doing.
That's fine.
What do you think about that? Yeah.
Listen, I'm doing a marathon on Sunday. I'm carb loading.
Oh my god.
John just said to me, he went, bloody, can't wait for this bloody marathon to be done. Literally, our cupboard is full of cakes. And
Is it?
because I just have to keep just eating and eating.
Can you have cakes
So
at the dress shop?
excited to eat.
Are you
No,
allowed
it's
to?
food,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
And it's difficult because we would love to do an afternoon tea. And there are
Yeah.
boutiques that do it, but
Is
Yeah.
there?
yeah. But the thing is that it's distraction. The poor brides will be out in their dresses, and people go, "Oh, look
Oh,
at
yeah.
this, great!
Oh,
Ooh,
let me
what's
touch
in
that dress,
this?"
yeah.
You know, and then
crumbs
the
everywhere.
touching the dresses.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is such a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Obviously we have the bubbles in, and
Yeah.
I think that's just a nice comfort of people because people don't know what to do with their hands
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. So.
Carry on.
Having a good time, Laura.
Can you
Honestly.
look? Here's the card.
Right.
Can you ask your question?
And I'm not here.
What did we
This is
ask
my
you?
favourite thing to eat.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we did the timers. We've done everything really. You've won some awards.
Yeah.
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 Didn't
Personally, I reckon.
didn't shout about this, did we?
Quite proud about
Go on, then.
that.
List them all, please.
Oh my goodness.
Smell that.
I mean, personally, I won an award from the hotel group that owns us for Employee of the Year. That was when I very
that's
first
one.
started.
How many do that?
How many hotels does the group have?
I don't know the exact number, but there's
They're
lots.
big.
Bespoke are a big
Yeah.
group.
They're
Yeah.
called Bespoke.
Yeah, they're called Bespoke.
Bespoke. You can work there. You can't say it.
Why can't you say it? Don't say it with a mouthful.
You wouldn't be
Family
employed
as
the
well.
year. You'd be terrible.
So you won that. When did you win that?
When I first started, 2017, 16, yeah.
How did you feel about winning that award?
Wonderful. Appreciate it.
Get the jam. Get the jam.
Should I just continually talk?
Yes.
Chat to us. Say sweet
How
nothings
much
to
cream
us.
have you got on that?
Right.
That's the wrong way.
I'm back. Oh,
I'm back.
Sitting on my backpack.
That's
Down my
the
back.
right way.
It's the wrong way. I'm sorry. It's the wrong way.
I'll try it the other way
Yeah.
on the second half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
Continue.
You may continue.
So tell us about the other awards. Because being awarded is really important.
Yeah, and because it's based on your customer feedback.
Yes.
Which is everything.
Yes, it is everything.
Yeah, it's everything. It's what people check. I mean, I would definitely go and check wedding reviews and on Hitched and Bride Book and things before I was going to book a venue.
But at the same time, you've got to read between the lines, you know. Every supplier I know have, you know, and the other, you know, competitors. You know, we've had them, you know, and then put them on. You can tell who's not genuine. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you are going to get the little nitpicky ones every now and again.
Yeah.
But and that's why it's so important to go there and see.
Yeah, and I think also clarification at the beginning. You know, being transparent at the beginning is really important. Like you said, I'll tell them that they can't have a band.
Yeah.
You know, straight away. We have that sheet. You know, we don't. There's no diversity. You know, sorry, but we did. I've not done nothing. I haven't told you I'm going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's all there. You know, but often things get forgotten, or people do think. You know, I'm sure you said that.
Yeah.
But why would you?
Often they don't know what questions to ask because they've never done it before. So they'll come and they'll go. They'll have just printed off these questions that they should ask a venue, but then I'll go and tell them more things.
This is why we are doing this, you know, because we want to be people's eyes and ears, and we've had, you know, the feedback we've had is, you know, it's been so lovely, you know, and people go, you know, I didn't think to ask that, you know, so they're ringing their venues, going, oh my God, you know, please check this, you know,
something for it like this, because otherwise people.
How do you know?
How do you know? Yeah,
you know, you don't go on a training course for it.
No,
you know, any job, you know, there's an induction, there's a training course, there's, you know, somebody to shadow you and show you the ropes. You know, but this is, you know,
and I think from our side as well, being in the industry,
all good this end.
So good. What way down now? Jam first.
Jam first.
Yeah, and then
I already pre-done it, didn't I?
Oh, you'll have to have another one, Lauren.
Oh no!
So what questions should they be asking you?
So it's to do with their. So if the band is important, so the things that are really important to them, are we allowed to do this? Can we do this? I
would say you two need to have a meeting. So before you tell anybody that you're engaged, because everybody jumps in, you know, sort out your numbers. Yeah. You know, the numbers will dictate your venues and your questions, and have that meeting together. Yeah. You know,
and don't get there and go, oh, I was thinking of having a hog roast. Well, I want a sit down meal. It's kind of.
I'm thinking about being vegan.
Yeah.
What's your like pet hate? Is there anything you're like, oh, for God's sake, it really gets your goat?
I'll
get it.
Yes.
Go on.
It is that the other people taking over from the bride and groom.
Right.
We're the same, aren't we?
Yeah. I would say.
I think this comes from insecurities on not knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So when people go, oh, okay, obviously you know, because you're more vocal, you know better than I.
You're a grown up.
But because you're a grown up, you know, and I think this is inferior, and it makes people doubt themselves.
Or it's if they're putting money in, they feel like they've got a say.
They've got a say.
Do you get that?
Yeah.
Still.
I mean, generally, on the whole, people are really good, but you'll always get the friend on the day, or the sister, or the mum that will go, oh no, we're going to do that, we're going to do that. Just wait, it's okay. We're going to get there.
Yeah.
And you just think, just let me do my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
But
they don't.
Well, because they haven't been there for all those meetings, so they don't know me.
So what would you say to them?
I just say to them, you will have.
That's why you're
I'm employee of the year.
And I will just say, you
employee of the year. Yeah. I have a badge.
Yeah.
And an award. You've done that before. Well, my line is, you know, we've done this for 22 years.
Yeah.
You know, we have got you, you know, and I think, you know, once they find their dress and we've picked it out, it's like, okay, I trust you. And it's building that trust, isn't it?
Absolutely. But I'm going through the same with my suppliers now that I'm meeting. I'm very, very not until I meet them, and then I'm, okay.
Every day's a school day.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, after all these years, I'm still learning from our brides and grooms and stuff like that.
But that's it. With us as suppliers, we have to go through those little picky things to know what we're doing and to make sure that we don't do that again.
Cool. Where can we find you?
So we are based
Ripley.
in Ripley. Yeah, the beautiful little village of
You
Ripley.
shut
Just
up.
follow the crumbs because that's where I'll be going after this.
I want to call you Wee Willy Winky, but that's not the wrong one, isn't it? What's the
The Pied Piper?
Yeah.
The one that led the rats?
Who drops the crumbs?
Oh,
Jack
that's
and
Hansel
Jill.
and Gretel.
That's it.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill.
No heels for me.
Sorry, where can we find you?
Yeah, so we are based in Ripley, which is just off the A3.
Yeah.
Beautiful little village. So just come down. There's loads of places to go there, and it's just really, really pretty to see if you've never been there anyway. But yeah, or you can find us at the Talbot Ripley on Instagram or on our website.
You are very good at coming back to people as well.
Yeah.
Do you have a special treat for our viewers?
I do. I would like to offer your viewers 10% off when you eat in our restaurant, be that for lunch, dinner, or afternoon tea.
Wow.
Be there next week.
Yeah.
I have to say, Sunday lunch is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go.
Extra gravy.
Welcome anytime.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
on.
you so much
It's
for having
lovely.
me. It's been really
You
nice.
never know.
Good.
I could get
It's
married
like
there
just
and
having a
we
chat.
can all go and film my wedding.
Yes.
Be like a reality.
Yes, we could do like a don't tell the brides, but
Get her bloody married, for
Yeah.
God's sake.
yeah.
You notice how like happy and content I am. Because
Right, we
the
need to
little
say goodbye
black
to our
girl moves in
viewers.
bed.
Thank you guys for. We're looking in the wrong camera as always.
He stood there going, and Sharon's going, "Thank you, everyone."
Can you ask all our everybody to subscribe and to like and review our
Yes,
channel? It's really important now,
absolutely.
apparently. So.
I know some of my friends have been. My mum said, "Oh, those two make me laugh so much."
Oh my God, your mum watches. This is brilliant.
Oh dear.
No, it's all right. We didn't say anything bad.
So if you can ask them, that would be lovely.
Yes, can everyone please subscribe this?
Oh,
you
love.
need this in your life because these two know what they're talking about, and so do their
She's
guests.
got cake on her card. I've got stone everywhere.
Thank you guys for
Thank you.
listening, and thank you for all your support, your messages. Yeah, you're fantastic.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye. Bye.
I need more food.
Bye.
Get out my face.
I got cake on my card. It's brownie.
Bra off, let's go.
20 seconds? Yeah. We'll call quickly. Just get a time off. Yeah. If you stop recording that first. Yeah, it's not recording. You're right. On the small screen.
Yeah, well, I was
No worries.
talking
That's
to
okay.
the
That's fine.